The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Nick Bonito
from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. A toss left. Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big
and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
He's on his way. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards on the ground. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
In motion left, Flowers.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Zay Flowers
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Tucker now to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it first and 10. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Nix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hopkins, the man in motion left.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Nick's looking to throw again.
And incomplete on a deep ball. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They're going. It's Nix.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 8 yards out.
And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw, here's Nix. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Throw left side, complete. That's McLaughlin.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now it's Nix. That's into the hands of McLaughlin.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
In motion left is Hopkins.
To throw is Nix.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Throwing Nix.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Nix once more.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Broncos 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Throw caught by Flowers.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
4th down. Here's Jackson.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Nix to the air.
Flushed out right.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this